Bitcoin and Ether are on pace for a winning week, building on gains driven by institutional interest in the future of crypto.
Well, Powell's crypto commentary in front of the House on Wednesday sent Bitcoin surging, now hovering around $30,000.
While Bitcoin bulls remain optimistic, the SEC has resisted allowing a spot Bitcoin ETF in the US.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Bitcoin has gained nearly 25% in value since BlackRock's filing. It rose as high as $31,458 on Friday, the highest level since June 7th of 2022. In today's video, Mark Yusko has shared his insights on the Bitcoin and crypto market. If you want to stay up to date with the latest crypto insights, the markets and the economy, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. Okay, are you ready? Let's get into it.
I think it's great that the traditional financial services firms are coming around to the technological innovation that's been going on for the last really 14 years since the birth of Bitcoin, but really the last 5 years have been the acceleration. And we knew that eventually the big firms would find their way into the space. But I actually think it's a validation of one, the technology, and two, validation of business models saying that, look, this is here to stay. I think the rally is just beginning. You know, we just entered what's called the seasonal period of crypto summer. There's this 4-year cycle around something called the halving, which is where the block rewards for the Bitcoin blockchain change every 4 years. That causes a period of accumulation going into that. That event will occur next April. That's called crypto summer. Then we usually get a speculative blow off after the halving event, and then a overreaction on the downside called crypto winter. So, you know, last week, June 15th was kind of the bridge into the 10 months coming into the halving. It just happened to coincide with BlackRock announcing their ETF. And we're up, I think, 14, 15% since that announcement. But I think the rally is just beginning over the next year.
Over the past 5 years, we've witnessed an explosion of innovation in the crypto space. According to Mark Yusko, we are in the crypto summer season, a 4-year cycle that leads up to the halving event of next April when the blockchain changes. BlackRock announced their ETF on June 15th despite heightened US regulatory scrutiny on the digital asset sector. Since then, the prices of Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, hit a more than 1-year high on Friday. Mark Yusko firmly believes that what we're witnessing now is just the beginning of an epic rally that'll keep us on the edge of our seats for the next year. The Bitcoin price has also rebounded after a steep sell-off, helped by Congress introducing a potentially game-changing crypto bill that could radically change the regulatory landscape for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Mark Yusko thinks that we're just at the beginning of a crypto boom. But what about you guys? Do you agree with him? Let me know in the comment section below.
Yeah. According to what's coming next week or the week after from enforcement, or regulation through enforcement, that clearly is the same thing as what they're going to say about a whole bunch of DeFi protocols. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely wrong. And again, it's not in my best interest to criticize the people who regulate me. I know that. So don't come for me. But I'm actually... I'm starting to really appreciate what I've been talking about, which is they, and we know who they are, right? It's JP Morgan, BlackRock, and all of the controllers of the money and power felt threatened, as they should have, by a disruptive innovation that will, I'm not going to back down from will replace them. Right? The infrastructure of trust will be replaced by the infrastructure of truth. It just will. But man, the war is going to be bloody. Zappo, founded by Wences, that went into it's the best. I mean, It is the Fort Knox of digital assets. What we use, I mean, it is the best. And BlackRock's only going to use the best. But to your point, it'd be kind of hard. Well, Now we go to Sinister Saturday. It's kind of hard to say, well, we're going to shut down. But here's the thing. What if you said, all right, well, BlackRock's going to take over this storage unit, essentially, because theirs will get big fast. I mean, big, huge. And if they have the bulk of it, well, geez, we'll just shut down that unlicensed casino, and then we'll just give the Zappos unit to BlackRock.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Blockchain technology is one of the mighty pillars of the digital age, alongside AI, computer chips, and data. These are revolutionizing the way we store and exchange value, just like how the internet turned the media industry upside down and shook the value of media assets. This change won't happen overnight, but over decades. Eventually, everything that has value will become a token on a blockchain, stored forever and securely on a ledger. Bitcoin. It's like the digital gold of our modern era. For 5,000 years, gold has been the ultimate money, an asset that stands on its own without any debt. But it's not exactly the most portable or divisible asset out there. Mark Yusko highlights that Bitcoin lays the foundation for the finance of tomorrow, a finance that's built on trust and transparency like never before. But before jumping ahead, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and share.
I think the narrative's actually completely wrong. The idea that the digital assets are in the waste bin, seems kind of silly to me. We're talking about a $1.2 trillion asset from zero 14 years ago, $500 billion in Bitcoin alone. That's been the whole point all along, right? Blockchain technology is one of the 4 pillars of the digital age, the ABCDs, as we call them. That's AI, blockchain technology, computer chips, and data. Those 4 things are transforming the way we store and exchange value. The same way that media was completely disrupted by the internet and the value of the biggest media assets went to new assets, the same thing's happening in financial services. It's a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens over decades. But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future. Bitcoin is digital gold. It is taking the place of what gold did for 5,000 years, right? There's only one money in the world, that's gold. Money is an asset that exists in the absence of a liability. Gold has played that role. It sits at the base layer of currency. Currency, backed by debt created by governments to facilitate commerce, sits on top of money, gold. And for 5,000 years, gold's done a good job. But gold isn't portable and it's not divisible. Bitcoin, a permanent immutable ledger, does play that role as a base layer of new money going forward, and will build the future of finance on top of that. The other things beyond that, like Ethereum or some of the other applications of blockchain technology, may have a role. I think of Ethereum more as a fiat currency replacement per chance, or like CBDCs.
According to Mark Yusko, soon, maybe next week, we'll have talks about enforcement and regulation. So, my friends, get ready for the intense battle ahead. Enforcement, regulation, discussions, and clashes of titans. It's all happening, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Fasten your seatbelts, because we're in for one wild, thrilling ride. What does the future of the crypto market look like to you? Are we in a bull cycle? Can Bitcoin stay above $30,000? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more updates on crypto and the economy. Also, be sure to give a big thumbs up to this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Adios.